Hey Fisketeers, welcome to my stamping tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to recreate the paper that Tracy used in her layout. I'm not sure who makes it. I think it's really pretty though, but it's really pretty simple to make when you break it down into steps and think about it. So I am starting with white glossy cardstock. It's not photo paper, it's white glossy cardstock. Glossy cardstock is coated with clay, which is why it's shiny and it's got that glossy surface. It's not the same as photo paper. It won't work the same. The next thing I'm going to use is I'm going to use a perfect medium ink pad. This is by Ranger. There are some other pads out there similar to this, like Versamark. And we're going to do a resist technique, and we're going to do it in layers. So the first thing you're going to do is get that out, and you're going to get out your stamps that you want to start with. And so what you should do is look at Tracy's paper and see what on there is white, because that's going to be the first layer. So what we want to do is stamp anything on there that's white with the perfect medium ink, and then we're going to layer some ink on top of that. All right, you ready? Okay, so I've got my stamp on my block. I'm going to ink it up with my perfect medium. I'm doing this one-handed, so you're going to have to forgive me. And I forgot to mention, you need to make sure you have some paper towels on hand. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this all around a couple places. Put some off the page, put some full on, overlap them. You know, you kind of get the hang of it. Don't laugh because I'm doing this one-handed. There we go. So I've got some of the circles on there. And I think Tracy there were some white butterflies on there, so I'm going to stamp a few butterflies. Make sure your stamps are clean before you do this. So let's put a couple butterflies on there. Let's put one right here. There we go. And I like a big one, so hold on, I'm going to switch. I need 2 hands for this. Okay, I got my big butterfly, so let's get him on there somewhere. And I also forgot to mention that I'm working on a 6x6 piece of paper, just so it's a little easier for you guys to see what's going on the screen. So we got a big butterfly, a little butterfly. Let's do one more butterfly. Hold on. Okay, I got my little butterfly. That's one of the simple stick ones. Let's put him going this way. Stamp. Let's do one of him up here. Going this way. There we go. Also wanted to mention, make sure you have paper towels on hand for this as well. So next I'm going to dry this with my heat tool. Hang on. Make sure this is all dry. It's going to, like I said, it's going to be hard to see where you stamp, so try to work under some good light. And also I'm noticing that maybe my stamps weren't quite as clean as I thought they were. Got a little bit of purple going on here, but that's okay. Alright, I'll be back. All dry. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my ink pad. That's an old one, so, but it still works. Now we have to use dye ink for this. That's the reason I'm not using a Fiskars pad, because our pads are pigment. So you need to use a dye ink, and I'm also using a brayer. When you brayer, don't roll the brayer off the edge of the pad, because you're going to get a big line on your brayer and you're going to get a line on your paper. So I'm just kind of sticking it down there in the middle and rolling it and lifting it before I get to the edge of the pad. And then I'm just going to go to work, brayer this on here, brayer, 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 brayer. Get that all blended in. Oh, see, this is what happens when you do it one-handed. Some good ink coverage on your paper. And then I'm going to quickly wipe this off with a paper towel. Hold on. Okay, so there's my first layer. You can see I've got some white butterflies, some white circles. So the next thing I'm going to do is look at Tracy's layout again. And I noticed that there are some lighter purple butterflies. So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp some more on top of this using the resist pad, and then we're going to put another layer of ink on. So that's what we're going to do next. Let me get the stamps ready. Okay, so I'm going to go with this little guy again. It's one of our simple stick stamps from the stamp set. And I'm just picking that up with some more resist, and we'll just put them right here. And let's see, we'll put one right here. Move off at an angle there. Stamping with one hand is hard, I'm just telling you, so you'll have to forgive me if these aren't exactly right. Let's put one up here. Get this out of the way. Put that one right there. Okay, and then same thing. I might add a couple more circles and maybe a swirl of swirly vine or two, and then we're going to dry this again with a heat tool. Bye. Okay, so the second set of stamps that I put on with the clear resist are dried them with my heat tool. Now I'm actually going to brayer again. See, I'm going to use the same color ink pad over and over again. I'm just going to make sure I get this all covered. Work your brayer back and forth, go in different directions. There we go. Don't panic if those white spots have turned dark, because I'm going to go back in and wipe it off with a paper towel again. Alright. Okay, so now I have some lighter purple spots on my paper. There's a little butterfly there and some lighter circles. And a little vine swirly thing there. Okay, and then I can go over and do another layer, make this a little darker, or I can just stamp some images with the purple ink pad. So let's do that. Yeah, was I not looking at that? Okay, so I took some of my stamps and I inked them up just right with the purple ink pad that I was using. Same one, same color, and I put some more butterflies on there. I can go in and do some more of the circles in the purple. Let's put a couple of those on there. Just inking up my stamp and just randomly putting them on. You know, go around your edges there. Big one there. There we go. Maybe one up here in the corner. How about one right there? Oh, lovely. And then just go ahead and dry that with your heat tool. Glossy cardstock takes a little bit longer to dry. Be right back. Okay, so I stamped some images on, and then this is actually one I did a little bit earlier because, you know, like I said, it's hard to stamp with one hand. So this one's a little bit better. And as you can see, it came out pretty good, I think. It looks fairly similar to the paper that Tracy did. We've got some white images on there. We've got some light purple. We've got the darker purple ones. And then what you can do to kind of finish it off is take an ink blending tool. This has got the sponge on it, and I just dab it on my same color ink pad again, and then I'm just going to go in and work it around the edges, kind of buff it on, start off the mat and then work onto my cardstock, get those edges a little darker, and then if you want you can even take a little bit darker pad and go around the edges a little bit more and give it some more depth. And that's it. So let's take one more look at this. I think that came out pretty good. Sorry about the glare. I think that came out pretty good. What do you think? All right, go have fun. If you have any questions, post them on the blog. Bye!